Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the Tori and Dean controversy keeps heating up. Now, Dean is lashing out in an epic Twitter rant. And Fran Drescher is here talking about her surprise new marriage. Plus, we're sending another lucky audience member and viewer at home to Vegas for the Soul Train Awards. Now, here's Wendy.
Thanks for watching, and say hello to my co-host, my studio audience for the fantastic today. Yeah. I'm doing okay, but let's get started. I've got stories to tell you. I mean, you might as well keep clapping for what I have to tell you. Do you like money? Well, you've come to the right place. We're making it rain cold hard cash all money long. We're calling November, Dovember. Every day, starting Monday, we're giving away money, and lots of money. Log on to my Facebook page for all the details, and good luck, because we've got money. In the meantime, Miley Cyrus and Rihanna attended the AmFAR charity event last night. Fancy schmancy, you know, our beloved Liz Taylor, she did a lot of work with AmFAR. And, you know, it was an A-list type of event and for charity. And people are outraged, though, over these two young ladies' outfits. Now, first we'll start with Rihanna. She wore this. Well, you know, it's a nice dress if it were for something other than charity, you know? I mean, this is like seedy. You know how Rihanna likes to like let it all hang out and stuff? She does things that many of us would like to do, but we can't. Regarding this clothing, I don't know. Clap if you think that this is not appropriate for a charity event. And it goes all the way down to the ground, but I agree with you. It's not appropriate for this particular event. But people were more upset with Miley Cyrus, as well they should be. Look at what she wore. And I can't figure it out. Like, where is their home training? You know what I'm saying? Do we all know how to dress when we go to charity events? You wear something sensible and nice, and it's enough that they're celebrities, so they're distracting in the room already. But, you know, to come and be distracting in this, you kind of they're taking away the meaning of the evening, which is raising money for AmFAR. And I'm sure that the tables for this event were probably $10,000 a table. You know, a table that seats 8 people. I'm sure the tickets probably started at $1,000. It wasn't just a regular charity event. It was the Hollywood charity event for AmFAR. And I just, you know, I don't understand where the home training is, particularly with the Cyrus over here. I mean, and she came with her mom. And that's what mom wore. Tish, nice looking woman, reasonable dress. That's how you're supposed to dress for something like that. I don't know, I just feel like even if your kid does pay the bills or, you know, makes more money than you or whatever it is, I just feel like there's a certain kind of parenting where if you parent right, your kid will still listen to what you say, even if they're... Right, Daddy? Right?
Absolutely.
Just, I mean, you and Mommy did the best you could. I know I come out here and wipe my teeth and act uncouth a lot. However, you know, and I smack when I chew. And they tell me that on the after show all the time. I do know how to chew regularly, but when the food gets good to you, you have to smack. And no matter what. They did the best they could. Why? I'm a graduate of charm school. Right, Daddy? Thank you. Anyway, I just feel like, these celebrities need to show range. We all need to show range in our wardrobes, you know what I mean? If you're invited to the White House, you wear one thing. When you're going to a wedding, you wear something else. When you're going to church or, a religious ceremony, you wear something else. You can't be the same one-trick pony all the time. They need to learn how to show range. Yes. All right, let's move along. I'm exhausted. Lindsay Lohan is only on Broadway over across the pond, their version of Broadway, for 8 weeks, doing that place, Speed the Plow. And she was a no-show 2 nights in a row. On the weekends when they have the matinee, so she didn't show up one day where there were 2 shows. And you promised that you were gonna be at every performance, Lindsay. She claims she was sick. Well, here's the deal. We all get sick sometimes. We all have to call in from work. Although I've never called in on this show. Don't get used to it, because winter's coming, and again, I'm not getting the flu shot. So if I feel a little tickle, I'm calling in sick. Anyway, so she called in sick, and she tweeted out to her fans, that she apologizes. The thing is that people get sick, but Lindsay can't be sick, and I'll tell you why. Because she's like the girl who cried wolf. She's always up to things, that are inappropriate and seedy, and you're under a microscope, Lindsay, so I don't believe that you were sick. Do you believe that she was sick? No! Or do you believe that she was out partying and probably hungover? See? And I don't know how it works over there, but here in New York, you can get your money back when the part of the role of Matron Mama Morton will not be played by Wendy Williams tonight. It'll be played by... It'll be played by Cindy Williams or something like that. And then, if you want your money back, you get your money back. I don't know whether that's what they do, over there. But I know who was happy about her calling in, the understudy. Oh, the understudies lurk around. And they wait for their moment. I know my understudy, when I was on Broadway, she'd lurk around, just waiting for me. Just waiting for me not to show up so she can get her moment to shine. But no. I loved it. All right, Lindsay, so you're messing up again. We're watching you, young lady. Dean wants you to know that he's not a dirtbag. Tori's Dean. Well, here's what happened. Tori's in the hospital with pneumonia, or whatever she's calling it, today. And while she's in the hospital, I don't know who's watching the 4 kids, but Dean was at the sex shop. And as you can see by the bag in his hand, he made a purchase. So people began attacking him on Twitter, calling him a dirtbag and saying, how could you be there when Tori's in the hospital, and what are you doing, and is it always about your libido? Isn't this how you got yourself in this pickle? So Dean says, I bought a gag gift to make Tori laugh. All you haters need to bleep off. I'm done with this social media crap. To all my fans, you're the best. Love you guys, always will. To all the haters, and he's not talking about me, he's talking about you all, I guess. You know how I feel. Well, now look. First of all, clap if you believe that he was buying Tori a gag gift. Really? I don't believe it for one bit, Dean. Let's go to the next story. Taylor Swift did something that many of us would never do. I know I wouldn't. However, I love her for this also. Like, I really like this Taylor Swift. I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but you know, I stand in my own truth. I used to not like her. I had no idea who she was until Kanye pushed her away and said Beyonce should have won. And now she makes that music, shake it off. I can't get that song out of my head. And she likes kids and I like kids. And if my husband and son weren't allergic, I'd have a cat and probably name her Meredith too. There's Meredith. I know. Well, now look. So this is what she did. She invited hundreds of strangers into her house. I'll tell you why. She actually invited 89 fans into each of her 4 homes. Her 4 homes. Not the house that she stages as her house. 4 private homes. For a listening party of her new album, 1989. Right? Now, and there were a few rules. Of course there were rules. First of all, everybody, these are her Facebook people, so she got them from her social media, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, she probably had a security person for every 89 people. Well, you have to. You don't know these people. She probably put marbles in the medicine cabinet, so if anybody opened to get nosy, the marbles fall out. But her rules were, you know, you have to be, you know, patted down for wires. I wouldn't be insulted if I was a Taylor Swift fan, you know, to get all this done. They got a chance to play with Meredith. They didn't sit on furniture, they sat on poofs. I am so allergic to poofs. At this particular point in my life, if I came to your house and you gave me a poof, poof, I'm out of here. On account of, you know, the poofs are so low, like I'm so tall and my knees are a little rickety, and once you get down there, you can't get back up. Anyway, she fed them sushi, pizza, sliders, and you know she's a baker, this Taylor Swift. She baked them chocolate chip cookies and Rice Krispie treats. I know! I know. And so they couldn't go to the second floor. They had to stay on the first floor. But you're Taylor Swift. You know how big the first floor is? Probably, let's show them the Rhode Island house alone. Hello? This house is the height of civility. It reminds me of the mansion in Cape Fear. Do you remember Cape Fear? Wasn't that Richard Gere? Something. Anyway, this house right here is the height of civility. I like this Taylor Swift, and I like that she did this for her fans. Now, if you were a celebrity, in order to sell, because she's on point to sell like millions and millions of copy, be number 111, which doesn't happen. You know, people don't buy music anymore. You know, which is why a lot of good music goes nowhere these days. I mean, you know, you hear your song on the radio, but you're not actually buying it. But she went out of her way to invite these people. Clap if you were a celebrity. Would you invite people into your home for the purpose of selling your product and seeming likable to everybody? I don't even like when I open the front door and, you know, for the plumber, and he says, "How you doing?" No, not how you doing. The plumbing is bad. I don't have time for jokes. Go ahead. But that's just me. That's just me. That's all. And then, you know, you have that junk drawer in the kitchen. Everybody's got the junk drawer. And there's a bunch of loose keys in there for the front door, back door, side door. There's garage door openers in there. There's batteries, flashlights, right? Random receipts from 1952. And now you have 89 strangers in each of your 4 houses. You gotta clean out the junk drawer, make sure you take, just a mess. But good for you, Taylor. Katie Holmes doesn't say much, but she's finally opening up about her marriage to Tom Cruise. Yeah, well, everybody opens up to People magazine. How you doing, People? She's a haunting beauty, isn't she? You don't have to agree with me. All I'm saying is that stare right there either says, girl, I'm about to rip your wig off and cut you. You know, she's fighting with a girlfriend. Or to a man, come over here, I'm gonna eat you alive. I was at the grocery store the other day, and when I saw this cover, I just could not stop staring at it like, wow. She's saying so much without saying nothing. And then the cheese ball that I am, as soon as I got in the car, I tried to practice the stare in the rearview mirror. Yes? Oh, please. Do you know how to stare like this? No, wait, no, hold on. No. I can't. No, I can't do it. Get out of my face. Okay, look, no. But here's the thing. Okay, so inside People magazine, this is what Katie Holmes says about her failed marriage to Tom Cruise. She says, I don't want that moment in my life to define me to be who I am. I don't want that to be what I'm known as. I was an actor before, an actor during, and an actor now. You know? I appreciate what she's saying. However, like I didn't watch, what's that show? Right, that's the show that she was on. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I have no idea what that is. I mean, I know James Vanderbeek, and he's a lovely man. He's been here a few times. But I don't know Katie Holmes from Dawson's Creek. The only thing that I know Katie Holmes from, and take this in the best way, Katie, because apparently I'm the only one who didn't pan you. When she played Jackie O in the Kennedy thing, I thought she was fantastic in that. I love all things Kennedy. Like whenever a Kennedy something or another comes on, I can just sit there for hours watching Kennedy marathons of everything. So I thought that she was great playing Jackie O. The fans didn't like it. The critics panned her, but I understand they're coming back with another Jackie O movie, a part 2, and Katie's gonna play her again. So I'll see you do that. But you know what I know you for? I know you for passing the interview and marrying Tom Cruise. You know, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not that familiar with her work. I can tell you how we could forget about you and Tom Cruise and the marriage when you move along and you find love. And I'm not talking about the whispers that we hear about you and Jamie Foxx. I'm talking about a real... I read stuff. Yup, she's down with the brown, apparently. No, but you know, I feel like when she moves along and she gets another, you know, great love, then we'll forget. Like when I look at Nicole Kidman, I forget the Tom Cruise part, that they were married with a couple of kids. I only think of Keith Urban. I think Nicole Kidman is so cute. I really do. Yeah. I think she's really cute. She's got a great smile. But I think of Mr. and Mrs. Urban right there. So, Katie, you know, we will forget eventually, but you're gonna have to move. And she was good in Bewitched too, wasn't she? Nicole Kidman, yeah. Anyway, Katie, good luck trying to make the transition from being the ex-Mrs. Cruise to having your own identity. Good luck with that. And Jim Carrey says he's done dating celebrities. Well, you remember, he was married to the actress Lauren Holly. Years ago. She played on the Picket Fences show, but many of us remember her from the soap opera world, Lauren Holly. Remember her? Don't you remember her? Anyway, so he was married to her, and then he went on and he dated, who's the one before Jenny? No, before Jenny. Who? Renee Zellweger. The old Renee Zellweger. And then he went on to have his relationship with Jenny McCarthy, and they were together for like 5 years. So now, at 52 years old, he's finally figured out what I've been saying all along. I say this to celebrities: stop dating celebrities and start dating the checkout girl in aisle 2. He was on Howard Stern's radio show, and amongst other things that he said regarding his dating life, he said, date people that aren't famous. That's one of the keys. If you hook up with someone who's famous, you'll become a sellable commodity. It's not what you're doing in the movies, it's Who are you with? What are you doing? Are you breaking up? I agree. I absolutely agree. And there's so many great regular people out there. Why our Franny the nanny, who's here today, she married the inventor of the email. And you know, sidebar, I want to talk to her about that because I always say, don't give up on love. It's never too late for love. I hate when people always ask me, Wendy, where are the men? Where are the men? Are everywhere. They're not all gay and they're not all in jail. I'll keep clapping. We've got more great show for you. Like I'm telling you, the newly married Fran Drescher is here. Plus, we're gonna give a deserving breast cancer survivor a fabulous makeover. But up next, it's a special Halloween edition of Celebrity Fan Out. So don't miss it. It is time for a special Halloween edition of Celebrity Fan Out. Our first Celebrity Fan Out comes from Gabrielle O, who watches The Wendy Show on KMPH in Fresno, California. And Gabrielle says, hi, Wendy, how you doing? I went to a haunted hayride at Knott's Scary Farm when I saw one of my favorite Halloween icons headlining the show there. It was Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Gabriel, you're adorable, Gabriel. And Elvira is a legend. He says, she was delightful. Do you, by any chance, know what Elvira looks like when she's not wearing this makeup? Well, I'll remind you. Let's show that picture. Excuse me. Look. Her real name is Cassandra Peterson, and what you're looking at right there is a 63-year-old hot mama. Okay? Thank you. Okay, our next Halloween Celebrity Fan Out comes from Toyce F, who watches The Wendy Show here in New York on BET. Toyce writes, how you doing, Wendy? Guess who showed up to my friend's Halloween party dressed up as Fantasia? It was Fantasia! That would be Toyce right there in the gold lame. He says that Fantasia complimented him on his MC Hammer costume and laughed when I did the Hammer Shuffle. Toyce, we had to blur your friend in the orange outfits area. There was a situation happening. Our next Celebrity Fan Out comes from Tanya T, who watches The Wendy Show here in New York on WNYW. And Tanya writes, hi, Wendy. My sister and I were at a Halloween parade in the Village, this must have been last year, when we spotted Bravo's Andy Cohen. As we took a picture, I pitched him my reality show idea, and he laughed. He was such a sweetheart. P.S. That's our friend dressed as Scary Homie the Clown behind us. A mess. Yeah. Andy, by the way, has his memoir coming out on November 11th. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Okay, our last Celebrity Halloween Fan Out comes from Ryan W, who watches The Wendy Show here in New York on WNYW. Ryan writes, how you doing, Wendy? I consider myself the ultimate little monster. So I was in heaven when I finally got to meet Lady Gaga. She says, I met her backstage after one of her concerts. Even though there were tons of people in the room, she gave me her full attention. It was a great experience. The thing about Lady Gaga, doesn't it seem like every day is Halloween for her? Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your Celebrity Fan Outs. I love these. If you ever have an encounter with a celebrity and you want to share with us, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, actress and newlywed Fran Drescher is here. When I heard heard the news about our first guest tying the knot with the man of her dreams. It proves what I always say, it's never too late to find love. Please say hello to longtime friend of this show, Fran Drescher.
Do I sit here?
No, move that pillow.
Okay.
And put your feet on the feet, and
Okay.
let's give you some shoe cam.
Okay.
Yes. These shoes are really cute. Fran? Fran?
Yes.
Fran, honestly, I talked about you getting married on Hot Topics, and you know, I'm one of those people, I just say, it's never too late to find love.
No,
and
it's never
stop
too late.
thinking that you're in your 50s, like me and Fran, that you can't find love. Congratulations.
Well, you know, it's not even about what age you are or anything. It's like, stop being negative, period. I talk to women, and they say, you know, oh, in my work, I never meet anyone. I'm not going to meet anyone. And it's like, stop putting that out to the universe. Decide what you want. Make sure that you genuinely, honestly feel like you're deserving of that.
Yes.
And then keep putting it out to the universe. I'm ready for you. I'm waiting for you. Where are you? I love you.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And you know what I tell women? I'm like, all right, going to nightclubs or wherever are fine, but go places like steakhouses. That's where men are. Men are at steakhouses. They're at boat shows. They're at car shows. Tell them
They're
where you...
everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're in an elevator. They're on an escalator.
They're
at
everywhere.
the airport. They're waiting online at the supermarket. They're everywhere.
So, listen to how Franny met her husband. Go.
So I was invited to a weekend. Deepak Chopra was our Cupid, and I went down to San Diego. It was called Sages and Scientists, and he was one of the scientists. And I didn't even hear him speak, even though I heard he got a standing ovation. That's not even a great picture. And anyway, I was at the spa, of course, when he was talking. But then later on that night, they had a whole panel of the scientists. And I was sitting at a table where there was a bunch of women, because it was like open seating, and there was only one woman on the panel. And we were saying, you know, what's this about? Why is there only one woman? When it came time for him to speak,
Your husband?
He said, yes, Shiva, I adore. And there's a little doctor in front of all that. He said, I just want to go on record as saying, you know, I think this is a disproportionate number of women on this panel that truly represents women's contribution to science.
So you love that.
So we applauded him.
And then?
And I was watching him through the whole thing and thinking, you know, God, I'm finding him very attractive.
Okay.
And
he's got no wedding ring on?
No, well, I didn't even see that, but it's something about him, his body language, he's got a beautiful speaking voice.
Yes, yes.
I like that he said that. So as soon as it was over, he went down on the ground and he was talking from the stage and he was talking to people. I made a beeline for him.
Okay, okay.
That's what you gotta do. Carpe diem, baby.
Okay.
I tapped him.
Okay.
Do you have any other pictures? Because that one is not really a great one. But anyway, so I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, I'm Fran Drescher.
Did he recognize the voice and the nanny thing?
He didn't know who I was.
Because he's a scientist. He probably doesn't own a TV.
He didn't know who I was. Which was fine,
yes.
You know. And I said, you know, I just want to thank you for what you said. And he said, well, I thought it was a little embarrassing and it needed to be said. Then somebody whisked by us and said, a bunch of us are going to the clubhouse for a drink. You guys should come. And he said, do you want to go? And I said, you know, I'm not really drinking these days. And my dog is back at the villa. So you're welcome to come back and we can talk and I'll give you a...
Yay, Fran! Yes!
That's right. You gotta be bold, lady.
And you gotta get him by himself before the other vultures.
If I didn't go up to him, I wouldn't be married today. So, you know, we talked till 3 in the morning.
Lovingly.
We had a lot in common. We really got along. And the next day we kind of were there. And then I had to leave. I wasn't in the car 20 minutes
before
when he texted me and said, I miss you already.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I said to him, you know, if you don't have to rush back to Massachusetts, drive up to Los Angeles and let's hang out and get to know each other better.
Okay.
He called his sister and said, you know, there's this woman, Fran Drescher, she said. Mom and I used to watch The Nanny all the time.
Yes.
He says, well, she invited me up and, you know, should I go? And she said, go!
Okay.
So on the car ride up,
yes,
he breaks up with his girlfriend.
Yes! Now, were you dating anybody at that particular time that you had to break up with?
You know, I was dating a man that I was who I call my bridge man. He was a lovely man that was opposite of all the wrong guys I was dating. And I knew that it wasn't enough just to break up with the wrong guys, but I had to get myself used to the opposite of that.
Yes.
And not find it boring
Yes.
that he wasn't like giving me a hard time.
Yes.
And not find it uninteresting that he was actually a happy human being.
Okay, can I ask you something?
And he was a man, not a boy man. And so, and I kept slapping myself off the ledge and saying, stop, you know, putting him down and get to know him and get used to him. And I grew fond of him, but I knew that he wasn't the one.
But back to the one.
He was my bridge
Look,
man.
I have more questions because I'm sure everybody's wondering, right? Okay.
By the way, my mom says you look amazing, and how'd you lose all the weight?
Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Morty.
My dad just turned 85 yesterday.
My dad is 83. He's over there.
Oh, bless his heart.
My mother has a very active social calendar. It didn't permit her for coming up this time from Miami.
Look at us. We're the Hinjus.
Yeah, the Hinjus. Now, I didn't realize that you were down with the brown.
You didn't?
No, I never saw you with a black man or a brown man.
Well, you ain't looking, girl, because I'm down with the brothers.
Oh. Okay. So now look. Okay, Fran. What I always say is that when a woman reaches a particular age in life, there's no need to date a long time. If you know what you like, then you get married. How long did you date before he proposed?
1 year. We went back to the place. We never talked about marriage. My girlfriends were saying, because I was saying, I feel like he's the one.
Yes.
And they were saying, well, are you going to marry him? And I said, you know, for me, it's not important. If he wants to get married, I will. 1 year later, we go back to Sages and Scientists at Deepak Chopra. We're both speaking. We leave from my house in Los Angeles because at this point we're living together. We have a new dog. We're in one car. We go to one villa. We both speak. That weekend, he proposes.
Okay. They're telling me our time is almost up. I could sit here and ask you questions about this relationship just congratulations,
Thank
Fran,
you.
for being a shining example. It's never too late for love. And he doesn't always have to be 25. Thank you.
Yes, no, it's better if he's your peer.
So now listen, so I'm reading my magazines and I keep seeing these ads with you in a beautiful black dress on a stool advertising this product.
Yes, Final Touch, yes.
Okay.
A lady shaver.
Okay.
But it's not just for ladies, because I use it on my husband on the back of his neck and sometimes on his ears. But it's the most wonderful product, and I urge everybody to get it. It fits in the purse so easily. It hardly ever needs to be recharged. You can throw away your razors. You can throw away the disposable things. You can stop waxing. You can just enjoy this. And every single hair that you don't want any part of your body,
go on.
It very gently removes painlessly. It's got a special oscillating thing.
Did you bring me one?
Yeah, we have one here. I'm sure we do.
All right. Thank you.
And it only starts when it touches your skin. It looks like a little iPhone. It's easy to keep in the purse. You can go on vacation and never have to recharge it.
Fran, You're such a good talker. They're wrapping us up.
Okay.
Oh, look, I love it.
I didn't buy it. It's
I love
really,
it.
I wouldn't say it. You know, I did the, I had the Cancer Schmancer movement.
Thank you, Fran, for being here. And congratulations on love. And you look beautiful. For more information about Finishing Touch Yes, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
I'm good, Wendy. My name is Taylor. How you doing?
Hi, Taylor.
So I've been with my boyfriend for a year and a half, and I happen to be college roommates with his sister. And sometimes she gets drunk, and she always tells me the family doesn't like me. What should I do? Should I go to the family? What do you think I should do?
Are you just her roommate, or are you also her friend? Like, if you moved out, are you guys still going to be? Are you still friends?
We're friends.
Okay.
Yes.
I would go to the brother. I wouldn't go to the family, like the mom and dad. I would go to the brother, and I would tell the brother, and I would also sit down and have a talk with the roommate, because apparently you guys like each other,
Yes.
except when she gets drunk, she tells you these things.
Yes.
I would talk to her about this, you know, because she could be lying, but she could be telling the truth.
Yes.
So talk to your brother and talk to the roommate.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Taylor.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I like your poncho.
Oh, thanks. Nice and cozy in here. My name's Rachel. My question is about my ex-boyfriend. We were together for about 8 months. We were in love. And when things were great, they were awesome. But when we argued, he was so mean to me, and it brought me down. And he since then contacted me and said he's gone to anger management and has asked to meet me for lunch or coffee to show me that he's changed. What do you think? Should I go? How do I respond to this?
Why did you break up?
Because he was
Because
mean.
he was mean.
He was so mean.
I do believe in anger management. How long did you guys date when you dated?
We were together for 8 months, and it's probably been about 2.5 since we've broken up. So
2.5 years. I would go and have coffee with him. Sitting down at a coffee shop, though, is not going to show that he's not angry anymore. But you can certainly. Do you have a boyfriend now?
No, I do not.
So why don't you casually date him? Doesn't mean don't date other guys. He doesn't have to know that you're dating other guys until the announcement is made that you're exclusive.
Okay.
But I would date him and see. How old are you?
I'm 29.
And how old is he?
31.
31. Does everybody know that he's angry, or is this just
Everybody
you?
knows.
Everybody knows. You know what? Good luck, Rachel. Go have the coffee. Up next, everybody, we're going to give a fabulous makeover to a deserving breast cancer survivor. We've been giving fabulous head-to-toe makeovers for breast cancer survivors. Our last makeover is a spunky girl from Jersey. She's a breast cancer survivor, and her name is Nancy. Take a look.
I was lucky enough to attend your recent show this month and met you after the show. It meant a lot to me to be able to tell you how much your show has meant to me. I was diagnosed with breast cancer February 13, 2013. And I went through 16 rounds of chemo, a double mastectomy, reconstructive surgery, and Herceptin treatment for over a year. I told you that I've been loving your breast cancer makeovers and that my terrible wig is needing an upgrade. She has been with me for over 17 months. Thank you so much, Wendy. I can't wait to see what your team can do for me.
Nancy, here to reveal Nancy's new look is the founder of Glam for Good style expert, Mary Alice Stevenson. Are you guys ready for Nancy's big moment? Nancy, come on out! Okay, let's talk about Nancy's look, Mary Alice.
Okay, Nancy is 50 and fabulous, wanted to look sexy, but still has something she could wear to work. Let's go right to the makeup. Jai Williams did an incredible job. Nancy lost all of her hair because of chemo, and he
Including
gave her
her eyelashes.
And he gave her eyelashes back.
Yeah.
Right? Next, we've got this incredible red duffel coat. It's the hottest coat this season. It's by Miley. Isn't it fantastic? Love that you can wear it indoors and out. Then we have my necklace that I was wearing. She's like, I love it. I said, you can have it. It's Lizzie Fortunato necklace.
Okay.
Love the tweed mini skirt by Millie and
It's
the bag
very
by
Chanel-esque.
Millie. Very Chanel-esque. And those hot boots, which we built this whole outfit around, are by Guess.
They're by Guess?
Yes, they're by Guess.
And Nancy's wearing a wig from my wig line, Wendy Williams Hair World. This wig is called Tiffany. Nancy, how do you feel?
I watched from the couch last year, and I made the stage this year. Thank you.
You're very welcome. My wig line is available at speciallyyours.com. All month I've been making wig donations to the American Cancer Society. Mary Alice, thank you so much for hooking a sister up.
Honor.
Up next, everybody, we're going to do our Soul Train Awards giveaway. Don't go far. It's time for our Soul Train Awards giveaway, but we have to pick our winner during the commercial break. So say hello to Josh. Josh is going to unscramble the name of a Soul Train Award nominee. Josh, you're also playing for our Wendy Watcher at Home, Kenneth Polk, in Houston, Texas. So if you win, he wins also, okay?
Absolutely. Let's get him a winning ticket.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Turn around, Josh, and go!
Let's see here.
Okay, do you want, oh, yes, 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 yes! Do the rest! Do the rest! Yes! Yes! Man! Yay, Josh! You got it! You got it! We know! Yes, Josh! Give it up! You're going to Soul Train! And so are you, Kenneth! Congratulations to both of you! The Soul Train Awards are in Vegas and they premiere on Centric and BET Sunday, November 30th. We'll be right back. I was receiving the love. Thank you. Tomorrow, everybody, we celebrate Halloween with the delightful Hoda Kotb. She'll be here. Plus, Jeremiah's coming to perform that song he does, Don't Tell Him, with rapper French Montana, honey. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.